Okay, so good morning, everyone. Um, Coming in to do something after I mentioned something in the forums about um, making a special build for a special person, and this episode is sponsored. This live stream is sponsored um, by one of my generous supporters who will go unnamed because they like it that way, and so we will go and make this special build just for the individual that I stated I wanted to make a build for. And to pick a slot, I guess, well, this is my favorite bot out of every bot in my hangar. Even though it may not do, um, I have other bots that are better at other jobs than I use this for, but this, as far as my personal favorite, is my favorite bot. So we will do this build because one of my generous supporters donated, and um, they prefer to go unnamed, and I will leave it that way. We have the 10,000 gold so that I can go and make the build that this person. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to go to the store. Okay, because I want to point out an issue right now that is very key and important to me. Um, is that these are silver bots, and you're this is a gold bot, meaning you can't even build it with components. Okay, this is a golden bot, meaning this is a cash bot, a cash only bot. Even though you can grind gold, okay, to stack up gold without purchasing it is a grind, which is time, which is also money. So when I say gold bots are cash bots, they are cash only bots. And I personally think that they don't receive enough love for that, the fact that you're paying cash directly for a bot. There's no other way around it. Okay? I'm gonna point out these bots now: the Gepard, the Bolt, the Ragaka, the Stalker. These are bots that you hardly ever see, and they are cash bots. That is why you hardly ever see them, because they are underloved, not by the populace, but underloved by Pixonic for the fact that you're paying cash for it. Carnage, Rhino, and out of the cash bots, here are the best two here that have received a smidge of love. Have been the Lancelot and the Hover, because they have received proper buffs to their speed and their armor, and have received their slots, their mod slots. Now here's another cash bot that is highly underrated, that is highly underloved, the Alkin. Now you notice you can build the other two that are way stronger than this, but you pay cash for this, and it, as compared to the other two, it sucks. It needs its other two mod slots. Its stats are fairly good. Besides that, here's one that you used to could build, but this thing is a beast. As far as like getting beacons and everything else, yeah, underpowered for a brawler. But here's the thing: it's so fast that you can get in, use your two little weapons, and get out and walk away, and they can't stop you. They have to lock you down or something of that nature, because they cannot stop you. And but so Kamiho has been shown its love, but then they dumped it into the cash buy only section. You used to be able to build this and the Hover. Um, the Fujin. The Fujin was recent, and the Raijin. These two were still way underpowered. They recently received um, a buff, meaning he got the movement buff and he got a shield buff. But what really needs to happen is they need to have their full mod slots. He needs to turn uh, into an Aegis, not an Ansal, and he needs his movement. And of course, I'm not saying make the Raijin all fast and speedy and this, that, the third. I'm saying give it the same slowdown like any other bot that deploys when they deploy. Um, and that's all I'm asking, to be fair and everything. So of course, like I said, you can build the upper tiers of that cash bot that you're paying cash for. You can build these for free, and they're better. Same thing with the other dashbot. The Bulgasari is the heavy of the group, even though it's classed as a medium. Um, but we all know when they first came out that the Kumiho was classified as a light, the Hachi classified as a medium, and the Bulgasari was classed as a heavy. So you can build the heavy for of the light bot that you're paying cash for. I just would like to say that. And the cash bots, like, you're paying cash for these bots and you're not getting no love. So in honor of my anonymous sponsor, that we have the 10,000 gold, we're gonna do the Raijin, that I promised we would build. And hopefully now that I do have the Raijin, I will start trying to collect the paints, because out of all the paints, the Black Widow is the best. And so we're not getting any love whatsoever. So we're gonna purchase the Black Widow paint. This is being paid for by a sponsor. Ad. It looks the best because there's the blue, and you used to be able to win these paints. Like, and here's the thing: they're pushing 50 million things for their newest stuff, and you cannot attain the stuff for the old stuff without paying cash. And I would say it needs a higher rotation. So I'm gonna get back to this build in a minute, because this is the build that's being sponsored. Hey, thanks for showing up, Clash. I appreciate it if you leave a like. I'm just making a quick live stream. I'm not going to be long. I'm not doing any live play or anything like that because my internet connection is bad. So we're gonna come back to the Raijin build because there's something personal and close to my heart that I want. Since this is being sponsored, I will get back to it by my anonymous donor. But there's something that's always been close to my heart. Back when you could win a Carnage, now you can't win it. You have to pay cash for it now. This was the first bot that I ever won playing War Robots when it was first released. And it's sad that I don't have one because I love this thing. And once again, its Ansel. Its Ansel should be turned into an Aegis. So I'm gonna do something personal, and I hope my sponsor doesn't mind. And I'm gonna get the Carnage for me. Now, back to the build that I came to do, and this is for a Formite named Monkey. So we're gonna strip the Nash horns. And where is it? I don't quite have the poly yet, but I think it looks good with the black paint. Now there's something I gotta do because I did take it and put it there, yeah, on my Inquisitor. So I gotta change that decay out, which I will do. And I will put something else appropriate, like say a puncher in there. Since I am running lockdown and freeze on the drone, so I'd rather run lockdown and freeze on the weapons. It'll kick in the status faster. Now that we have our both decays free, hopefully I don't have to change this to a smoother build. If fast movers prove to be too much for me, let's hope not. So we'll go with the unknown decay, and my other decay is a standard decay. I bet the Hammer Time build would be pretty interesting as well, but because it's stationary, bot, I like having a faster shooting, because he can't move. He has to take advantage of the shots as he has them, so because he can't reposition himself while loading. He has to undeploy, move, redeploy. This is the whole reason why all the deployment bots got a buff. Hey, thanks, Tara. for showing up. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for leaving a like, supporting the channel. So through my anonymous donor, I've made this build for Monkey. Now, being as though it's the 25% upgrade rush, we're gonna do this. So I finally got my retro up to 9 so that I could use all 3 mod slots. And so we're gonna go from the Raijin, and we're just gonna get a few levels on this thing. Now, mind you, when the Raijin is deployed, it has a 30% damage buff to it. So hopefully I can get an appropriate pilot. At level 5 already, the numbers on this, and see, this is what I was saying. If the Raijin would get some love by having mod slots, because there's only one slot, so I'm gonna just dump a thermal nuke on there. So this is before I'm doing any other skills, drone skills, anything. The moment this deploys, it has plus 35% damage already. Oh, you sold it? Oh no, bro. Yeah, somebody sponsoring this, so they paid for the gold, but I took 2,500 for my personal use, but I'm doing this thing for the Raijin. Now, being as though once it got level 3, it's only mod slot happens, so it's already good at level 3. But we're looking at the stats instead. I don't have a pilot yet, but even now at level 6, look at the stats on this thing. Plus 35% damage, 173,000 health with 281,000 shield. So we're gonna do a little bit more here. Alright, because right now at this point we're just adding more health. It's already at its maximum offensive potential already once you hit level 3. The only other offensive potential you can add to a Raijin after level 3 is its pilot skills and its drone and drone chip setups. Its weapons, which type of weapons you run on it, etc. Right, a 3 slot would make it usable again, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying all the gold bots, being as though this is a gold bot, you are paying cash, and it is the only way to get it. You cannot build it components for free or nothing like that. Of course, like I said, yes, you can grind gold, but grinding enough gold to buy the gold bots means time, and we all know time is money. So grinding or paying the cash outright, these are cash only bots, you know, and they don't get enough love for paying cash. You're paying customer. So I'm doing this stream for my boy Monkey in the forums. I want him to see that we're getting it going. I'm gonna get this up to level 9. And I think they changed the weapons now, because these were getting 40% off. Now they're down to 25 because my patch just came in. And I believe the new upgrades that are the weapons that are getting the upgrade now are the explosive shotguns, if I'm not mistaken. See, 40% off. So they changed it from the decay, blight, and hazard to the hammer, cudgel, and mace now in this morning's patch. So maybe a hammer time build would be better for me because these are 40% off. But I really want to do this with decay. So we're just gonna go with this because that way I only have to level 1 weapon. We'll go with the hammer time. The only thing I don't like about this is because it's not mobile during its reload. You got to understand with the decay, it doesn't have to be mobile because it's only a 3 second reload, and I will eventually try to run that, and I'll try to run maybe a smoother build on it. Of course, you will not see no gameplay today because of how messed up the internet is around here. You see, it's taking a while for me to even upgrade things with the connection that I currently have. Hey, thanks for showing up, DMID. Appreciate it. Leave a like. Support the channel. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to try to get this other hammer up to snuff right quick. And this is by no means a killer level. Basically, when I leveled these up to level 6, that just makes it usable. Because anything sitting in my arsenal that is level 1, it's not even usable. You cannot even play. You will not see no significant anything from it at that level. So I am gonna reserve the other 1300 for pilot training. So I appreciate you guys for showing up. That's all I want to show. I want to show this build. I like this build. I don't have a pilot in there, but you know what I could do? Just for one gameplay, I could borrow a pilot. All right, I yanked my Skyro, so it's not in. Let's put Eddie Noel in there. Just without retraining him or nothing. Just to get the benefits of say the rate of fire. So the faster my rate of fire, the sooner it's reloading. Even though it doesn't affect the actual reload itself. If it unloads faster, it hits the reload before another pilot would. So therefore, because I can't run, he unloads faster when he has the opportunity, and that will increase his DPM. So it doesn't increase the damage per shot, the DPS. It increases the DPM, which is damage per minute. And you'd have to be a bad something to eat up, at least by frontal attack, over 500,000 HP by frontal attack. By any other attack, it still takes a while to eat up 208,000 at level 9. So I just wanted to show that build right quick. Like I said, I don't think the other paints look better by any means. The Black Widow Spider is the best paint. I wish they had a +5 paint for it. Sadly, they do not. And I appreciate everybody for coming out. I would like people to go and check out my brother Tara Road's channel. We're on 20 minutes now, so I told you I'm not going to be long. I'm just showing that build, but we can stay on for another 10 minutes if you want to see my personal build for what I did with what was donated actually for the Raijin. I took some personal out of that to get something for myself. So I guess we'll stay on another 10 minutes just to show that. And you guys go check out Tara Road. Give a like, and if that's your flavor, subscribe. But go and check him out. He puts out a lot of good content every day. So now with me dedicating that whole 20 minutes to my anonymous donor and everything else, I will put in my personal stuff for the last 10 minutes. So out of that, I personally went and got the Carnage. As of yet, I still don't have a pilot in mind, but I always tell people this: Carnage with Thunder is very good still, because this is the daddy of the Orochi, and we all know that a Thunder build is a very cheap build for the Orochi. It's tier 1, fast and cheap to upgrade. Boom, 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 boom. You can max one out real quick. But what I want to do, being as though this is a low level, okay, but its ansal is quite possibly the strongest, which I said they should be ages. Now, I just got these sitting around. Of course, I have higher level ones better, but these are just my limited edition ones. Let's go and throw them on there right quick. Because what would have to happen, in order for somebody to combat me using this setup, they would have to run Shield Breaker. Now, granted, there are only 2 paints, and I've never used the Predator paint. When I won mine, when I originally first started this game, I won mine, and I won it with this paint on. So I really love this. I want to go back to my original, being nostalgic or whatever, but right now I can't afford that paint. I will put it on because I told you this build, the Raijin build, was sponsored by someone else, and I'm gonna need that 1300 to do the pilot for the Raijin build. Now I will revisit that in the future, but I think like aesthetically this looks good, and it's a good idea because besides its very powerful ansal, which I said they should be ages, besides its very powerful ansal, it's real squishy at 62,000. Really squishy. Like somebody can just blow their breath on you in your direction and you'll faint. So, but not a bad ansal at its level. See, at level 1, it's 38,000. Now, the regen on it is pretty good. I'm not gonna actually upgrade, but oh, maybe I don't think that's the other thing already upgraded. So good, I can upgrade this without using up the 1300 that I need for training. Okay, so I will go back and buy the paint when I afford it for myself. I grind up or get a win or whatever. This video is sponsored by a person, so I can't really spend all of the gold on myself. I'm doing it for the Raijin build. And I like to give a thanks to my anonymous donor, who I can't say who they are, but thank you for sponsoring this stream. I appreciate you. I will figure out what kind of pilot and things that I want to run on this. So with that being said, I will display the build. In my hangar, and I will get back to my Carnage build later on. And I think the blue and red paint is cool too. And also, like I said, I think the Black Widow is the best paint for the Raijin. Now, mind you, when we get into the stats, it's plus 30% damage, and we got a 5% boost, and that's with an unleveled mod. That's 35% damage without any pilot skills, any drone skills whatsoever, just by using the bot. So no matter what you're using, it's 35% damage automatically off the rip. A favorite of people running this would be like already high damage weapons like Trebuchet or Zeus, to where they can try to take a big chunk out at a time, simply because Raijin is vulnerable to explosive type weapons, and it's stationary. You're not worried as much with the Lancelot, even though it's an armor bot vulnerable to explosive. It can move, it's mobile, and it can sprint. Even Raijin not deployed. Let me take it into a custom match so we can see. Even, whoops, wrong screen. Even Raijin not deployed, okay, it is not a speedy bot. And to be stuck while deployed, you're at the whim of anybody. Now, mind you, I leveled this so its speed is faster. than what you would be using at a lower level. It is not a speedy bot by any means. And the moment you deploy, you are stationary. You can only turn your turret. This is how all the spider bots used to be that deploy. That's why I said this needs to be shown some love so that it can maneuver a little bit. We're not asking for a speed buff, nothing like that. We're just asking that it gets the same love that you showed the behemoth that carries 4 heavies, not 2, 4. But it can walk around with 4 heavy weapons deployed, but one with 2 heavy weapons doesn't get shown the same love as it does. It's because it's up to Pixonic and the developers. So that's what I wanted to show you about the Eddie No pilot. If I were to run this side by side like A Gear does, it will show that this unloads maybe 1 or 2 seconds faster, and over the time, that's why I say damage per minute, over time it will out damage a standard pilot. We're just talking about without any other skills, and Eddie knows inbuilt skills, it will out damage. But you got to think, most other pilot builds, you can train all the same skills on the Eddie No, unless they're special skills. So if he's unloading faster, you can see how fast that unloads. Now that's plus 35% damage, not even the explosive effect or anything like that. So appreciate you guys for coming out, Clash and Terror. Anybody watching the replay, please go check out my brother Terror Rose channel. Give it a like on the things that you like, and if it's your flavor, please subscribe. All right, everybody, I think our 30 minutes will be up here in about 2 minutes. All right, let me go back to live because I'll show it back in the hangar again. We got like 2 more minutes because I'm not going to stream long if I'm not going to show any gameplay. You know, I did a earlier one doing about the same duration, just having discussions about things because my internet connection isn't good enough to show any gameplay. It's too jumpy, and I want people to enjoy what they see, so I can't just jump in the game and stream where you guys can't see it and enjoy it and see what's happening. Alright, see, this is what I'm talking about, my connection. Alright, took a long time. So imagine me trying to play like that in that. So we'll zoom back in on this before we go. Taking a minute to load. These are the stats at Raijin level 9. You understand the Bastion mode is plus 30% damage. Just quick recap. I'm running hammers now, but I plan to run decay on them. I will experiment some more and make videos for the individuals that sponsored this. I appreciate everybody for showing out. Thermonuclear reactor, even unleveled, 5% more damage. So the 30 and the 5, even doing the bare minimal, like I said, at level 3, it will still kick out 35% more damage. So level 3 and an unleveled mod, you're already getting 35% damage bonus, not counting anything else. So I said, after level 3, you're just stacking on your defensive stats, and a little bit more speed is what you get. And it, like I said, because they're not showing this no love, then the speed doesn't matter, because you deploy and you're regardless if you have a low level or a high level, your speed no longer matters because you are locked down while you're deployed. So on that note, I'll be getting ready to cut out here. If anybody wants me to keep you updated on my Carnage build, because that's my pet project. This is Orochi's daddy, just so y'all know. This is where they got the idea from, of the Orochi from, the Carnage. And there's a reason why they called it that. At that time, it was one of the fastest moving bots at the time, and it carried dual heavies, and it had the Ansel. So unless you had energy weapons, which were the answer to it, it could end you quick. And if you didn't see that it was a carnage, you see it moving, you would think it was like any other slow move, heavy bot that carries heavies, and then this thing would speed up and be on you in a heartbeat. So, all right, everybody, it's been 30 minutes. We actually went 2 minutes over. I appreciate you guys for showing up. Everybody, take care of yourself. Love, peace, and happiness.